What is up, YouTube family? Welcome back to Q-UNCUT, and we are getting real close to election time. So everything in politics is getting real heavy, and we've never seen a political climate like this where so many people are in tune to everything that's going on. Normally, in other elections, most people don't even watch half the shit that's going on. So many things slip past us, right? But in this particular election, nothing is getting past anybody. The nation has never been this in tune to politics ever in, I ain't gonna say American history because we weren't alive for the stuff that was in the past. But in this age of social media, and YouTube and everything, where we can see every single video, we don't miss anything. So the people get to see everything that a candidate says, everything that the pundits say, and then we get to post our opinions about everything. So we're seeing everything from a totality perspective that we've never seen before. This is pretty incredible to witness. It's really U.S. history, really. And it's cool to be a part of this whole process, but it's getting real heavy. And, we speaking on everything. I'm doing clips and videos on everything that's going on. There's so much shit going on that you can't even hardly keep up with it all. And the cycle doesn't last long. You know what I'm saying? Like the stuff that was controversial a week ago, we won't even remember it now. You know what I'm saying? It's about every day something is changing. You know what I'm saying? So in today's news, we just had Kamala do some town hall meetings, and she just did a radio town hall, audio town hall with Charlemagne the God. And I haven't heard anything. Well, I heard a small clip of it, but I saw this report right here. You know, a lot of things. I've been talking to a lot of Christians or so-called Christians who call themselves, who are a part of the Democrat Party, and I've been asking them how you can live conservatively but vote progressively and liberal. You know what I'm saying? And nobody can answer the question. So when I saw this particular video about this pastor, going at Kamala. I've seen this guy before. I actually saw him at the RNC, the Republican National Convention, and I was very impressed with what he had to say. Him being a man of God, and relating it to what's going on in the politics. I thought he brought a lot of points that I be making up. So I haven't seen him since then. So it's going to be interesting to see what he says right here. So let's get into it.
Weeks to the election, Kamala Harris is trying to shore up support among black male voters with new initiatives, including loans for black entrepreneurs and new regulations for cryptocurrency and legalizing marijuana nationally. Watch.
Your underlying premise is not an assumption that I'm supposed to have black men in my back pocket in terms of their vote, and that I should be taking that for granted, because I don't. Black men are no different from anybody else. They expect that you have to earn their vote.
Well, that's a lie, first of all, because if that was the case, why would Obama be coming out here upset with us for not automatically giving her our vote? I mean, it's a total contradiction of what he just said 2 days ago. What's crazy is it's like every other race gets to vote for whoever they want to vote for, and there's no backlash. Like Asians don't all vote for one party. You know what I'm saying? Jewish people don't all vote for one party. White people definitely don't vote all for one party. You got white Democrats and white Republicans. So why, when it comes to black people, we always got to be a monolith. You always hear people saying black people are not a monolith. And then I always say, except when it comes to politics. Black people have been voting Democrat at a 90% clip. I think even 95% for, I know Obama, Biden, Clinton, all of them get 90% and above for the black vote overall. You know what I'm saying? So it's time for a change. Like, black people are starting to realize that hasn't been working for them. But it just amazes me that we're the only race that has to keep voting Democrat every single time. And me and Ice Cube tried to tell y'all this 4 years ago, but nobody wanted to listen. But I digress. Let's keep going.
So why is she just doing it now? And today she'll be sitting down with Charlamagne the God in Detroit, a move our next guest says will not hit the mark with black voters in their city. Lorenzo Sewell is a senior pastor at 180 Church in Detroit. He joins us now. He had the former president there as well, Donald Trump. Sir, thanks so much for joining the program.
Lawrence, I'm so Holy Ghost happy to be here with you this morning.
All right, Pastor, so tell me this. Is this going to work with black voters? I know that when it comes to black males, entrepreneurship is big for us. How is she going to overtax us, but then give us loans as well?
I have never been so offended in my life. She's bringing a man here who is Charlamagne, a false god, to a community that has 4,500 churches, all people of faith. We are extremely offended that she's bringing a podcaster here to talk to black men about politics. She brought a retired athlete to Flint who is failing, Magic Johnson, and she brought Oprah to Oakland County as if she understands the plight and the pain of people that look like me. We will not allow virtue signaling. We will not allow identity politics. Black men are not political infants. We know exactly what's happening with the Democratic Party. We know that they've exploited us for over 6 decades. And we are saying, just like Moses said to Pharaoh, let my people go.
So, Pastor,
that's what I'm talking about right there. You know, this is like I said, it's a historical moment. I posted on Facebook earlier that I said this is a political revolution. This is the election that will always go down or always remember as the election where many black people got off the Democratic plantation. You know, and I'm one of the leaders in that movement. You know, the thing with me is this go around, it feels better to have support of a lot of other black people. But, you know, and I guess it's like the saying goes, better late than never. You know what I'm saying? Because I was on this, like I said, 4 years ago, actually longer than that. You know, when Trump got elected, I didn't vote that. I didn't vote that election between Hillary and Trump because I was Bernie Sanders. I was a Bernie Sanders supporter at the time, and they sabotaged his campaign to move him out of the way so that Hillary could just run straight up with Trump. The crazy thing about that is if Hillary didn't move Bernie out of the way and Bernie ran against Trump, I really think that Bernie would have beat Trump. So we would have never had Trump if Hillary hadn't pulled that corrupt shit and got Bernie out the way. Ain't that crazy how that backfired on them? And ever since then, everything they tried to do has backfired. Even when Joe won the presidency, look at the economy. He became basically the worst president we've ever seen in our lifetime. All you got to do is look at the numbers, look at the economy, right? But back to what I was saying, you know, black voters are no longer at a point where you can just get our vote for free. The other thing that I said is this. I said, if black people vote non-Democrat for one cycle, I said this years ago. I said, if we all could just vote non-Democrat, whether it's independent, Republican, or whatever, for one cycle, the next cycle, Democrats would be begging for your vote. They would be begging. They would be coming. They would be talking reparations. They would be talking all this shit. And now look what happened. As soon as the poll numbers came out and showed that Kamala was losing black support amongst male voters, look what she just did. She just updated her website and updated her economic policy and her economic plan. Now she wants to give black men up to $20,000. She wants to give 1 million black men up to $20,000, right? Now, you got to read the fine print in that shit, because a lot of people are going to just take that off of face value and just hear that and not really go read the shit. Go read it. But I'll tell you right now, first of all, people are saying $20,000. It's up to $20,000, right? So it could be 5, could be 10. And then, like my wife pointed out, as soon as I said it, the first thing that she caught that I didn't even catch, I had thought about, but I didn't catch it as fast as her, was she, saw it immediately. She was like, yo, I'm pretty sure if that's going to be ran through the SBA, there's going to be credit qualifications that come with that. You're going to have to qualify for that, and the money is going to be based on the income that your business generates. You know what I'm saying? You're not just going to automatically get $20,000, right? Just like any other SBA loan or grant that comes through there. You got to qualify for certain things. You got to have a certain credit score most times. And it goes off of your taxes and how much money you can show that the company generates, right? So you got to keep that in mind. The other thing is it's a loan that could be forgiven. It's not 100% forgivable, right? If it was 100% forgivable, it would be a grant, off the break. But if it's a loan, then that means they have to decide and give the green light down the road on whether it's really going to be totally forgivable, right? So you got to keep that in mind. You might have to pay it back, but or a portion of it, Same thing with the PPP loans. Like, you had to get those approved. There was a process to go and get those approved on the back end, right? And a lot of people got denied on certain things, right? The other thing that it says is, it says for black men and others. Others. So this is not just for black men. Everybody's spending they're spending it just like it's catered toward black male voters, but it also says others. So who are the others? It doesn't say specifically. So that could be, other people of color like Indians, Hispanics. It could be for immigrants. It could be for anybody. And then if it's not, then, they had to put that in there because the black women going to be like, well, hold up. When you really look at the poll numbers, Kamala's not doing as well with black women either. So they're going to be like, yo, how come this is just for black men? What about black women? You know what I'm saying? So you can tell that they're trying to compensate for the polls that just went down, because they know they can't win without us and without the women too. So I'm not sure what she's going to do about that, but they had to put that others in there. But the fact that it says black males and others, they're already putting everybody else in a secondary category. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't say for black people, which it will include black men and black women. They're specifically coming after black men, right? Like, we're going to, sell out now against everything that we believe in as far as the reason that we're voting for a particular candidate, and say, we want to get that bread. We want to get that bread. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get that 20 G's, trying to get that 20 G's, son. And then I realizing that you don't know what the interest rate on that thing is going to be. You don't know if you're going to have to pay it back, and you don't even know if you're going to get the whole 20 G's, right? The other aspect of it is this is for people that are starting businesses or have businesses, right? And what about everybody else? What about everybody in the hood that's like, yo, I'm not doing a business. You know what I'm saying? I just need to get my bag up. So once again, she's omitting a lot of people out of these plans. Now, the other funny thing that, it's almost insulting at this point is she's trying to offer weed. It's like, really? Really? You trying to give something to black male voters and you're going to have weed in there? Like, how stereotypical is that? How insulting is that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. Like, ma'am, don't you realize that everybody's already smoking weed anyway? Don't nobody give a fuck about no federal ban. The only reason you had to worry about a federal ban is if you moving real weight or across state lines and different things, or you're having real like pounds and pounds on you. Like, general smokers ain't trying to have no pounds unless you selling it. Like, who's walking around here with pounds? Who the feds are not locking people up unless they're not locking smokers up unless you trying to sell weight. You know what I'm saying? Like, when the last time you heard of anybody getting busted from Fed charges over marijuana? If you was, then that means you was selling weight. But come on, everybody else that's just smoking it. I mean, we good. It's already legalized in how many states? So we can go to dispensaries and all kinds of shit like that. So once again, that shit does nothing for us. It's smoke and mirrors once again. So let's finish this out, man. We didn't poke holes all through her shit already.
So tell me, what are you hearing from the folks that you're speaking to? I was in Detroit last week. I heard I had multiple conversations with voters, black males in the barbershop, and opinions from all over the political spectrum. But what are they telling you they want from a political candidate, a president?
They're saying they want a president that, number one, can help us with election integrity. We understand that in the city of Detroit, election integrity is an issue. The second thing, we want a president that can hold accountable our local and our state government from the resources that are already here. We already have federal funding through agencies like SBA, which President Donald Trump opened up that portal in a way that it has never been opened up in the history of the SBA, which, by the way, was started by Republicans. And we want a politician that's real, that wants to come here and listen to us. Vice President Harris, she's not spoken to any pastors. Vice President Harris, she continues to think that she can entertain her way to the black vote. We're offended, and we want her to be willing to actually bring real solutions to the complex problems that we're facing in urban America.
Yeah, black folks continue to say that we want to provide for our families, take care of our families. Whatever candidate that offers the best agenda for that is going to get the share of the vote. Pastor, thanks so much for joining the program.
Yeah, the people are not having it, man. This is pretty amazing to watch, to see all the Democrat tricks not work. It just showed, like, I know behind the scenes, they are scrambling. I wish they would come out with a movie one day to show the failures of this Kamala campaign, because there's so many behind the scenes things that we've heard that a lot of people don't even really understand, like her staff quitting on her. A lot of people don't know that a lot of her staff members quit because she didn't want to read the binder of everything that she needed to be speaking on. That's why she keeps having to repeat the same shit, because she's not learning anything else to say. Like, she's just like, yo, I'm just gonna keep going out here and keep saying this same shit. I'm a middle class. Well, I grew up in the middle class. That's all she keeps talking about. Like, that shit crazy. You know, when Saturday Night Live is clowning you for that, then you need to do something else. And that was the one clip that I did hear on Charlemagne, the town hall meeting. I saw a clip where they asked her about, I can't remember what the question was, but she actually came out once again and said that whole middle class spiel again. And it's like, are you fucking retarded? I can't say that word, my bad. Are you mentally impaired? You didn't know that Saturday Night Live just clowned you on that very thing? And then you're going to come right back 2 days, 3 days later and say it again? How out of touch are these people? How many mistakes has the Democrat Party made? I've never seen anything like this. Everything they do is not working. And everything that Trump does is working. No matter how outlandish it is, it ends up sticking. It ends up working. Even when he said they're eating the cats and the dogs, right? Everybody was like, oh shit, you just lost the election with that shit. And then guess what happened? That shit brought so much attention to the Ohio situation that the people ended up getting resources and the people ended up getting help, and it brought awareness to the Haitian migrant crisis in Ohio, which turned a lot of people, a lot of voters changed their votes because of that, because they really started going to TikTok and watching the real videos from the residents, not from the news. See, this is what a lot of people don't understand. A lot of these old school Democrats, I be, going at it with these people. And I'm like, yo, y'all watch CNN and MSNBC. Y'all don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. If you watching CNN and MSNBC, we can't even have a conversation, because those are totally biased news channels. Even ABC and CBS. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to mention Fox, because Fox is totally right. So I ain't even going to say, yeah, you need to watch Fox. I would say, if you're going to watch CNN, then watch Fox and try to get a balance and try to, make your own decision based on the two sides, right? I'm an independent, so I look at both sides and make judgments, educated decisions and judgments based on both sides. But I also watch news outside of the country. How many people watch news in Australia, from Africa, the African diaspora, Asian news? I watch news from the Philippines, see their perspective on it. News, the Australian perspective, Great Britain, the Middle East, Al Jazeera and everything like that. I forget the other Middle Eastern news channel that I watch on YouTube, but all these people give different perspectives than what the American news is talking about. They're more neutral, so they report the real shit. And when you see it from that point of view, you realize, like, oh shit, you understand the propaganda that's being pushed from the left side mostly, right? Telling they're saying, Donald Trump lies, but they won't ever talk about the Kamala lies. That shit is wild to me. But yeah, this whole thing is very interesting. She's seeing now that everything they do is just not going to work. They have to pull out all the stops. Prime example, of course, Obama coming out from his big house, from his $700 million estates and net worth, right? He steps down from his castles and tried to scold us. That totally backfired. I know they're sitting back there in the back, like the strategists are like, yo, what the fuck? We just knew pulling Obama out our ass was going to boost some shit. They lost voters. They lost numbers. It pissed black people off even more because other black people are seeing the other black people that are pissed off. And they're like, yeah, I agree with that shit too. How dare he talk to us like that? You know what I'm saying? The people that used to love Obama, now they like, fuck Obama. They got to understand that TikTok is the new wave. YouTube is the new wave. I asked all these Democrats, I'm like, yo, do y'all watch TikTok? They're like, no, I ain't watching no TikTok. I'm like, that's the voice of the people. That's where all the youngsters is at. You know what I'm saying? Not just youngsters, all the way up 30, 40, 50 years old on TikTok, Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Twitter, YouTube. Social media is the new TV. So if you're not listening to what the people are saying on the internet, then y'all don't know what the fuck is going on. And that's why they're so delusional. They will sit up here and tell you right now that Kamala's winning or that she has a chance to win. I'm saying, it's like, yo, if you're not listening to the people, you have no idea. Because if you was on TikTok, you would understand that she about to get blown the fuck out. And that's why they're panicking, right? So now she had to do this town hall with Charlemagne. I heard it backfired again. I'm going to do a video on it. And then tomorrow, which will be Wednesday, she's going to be doing, which will, by the time you see this, it will be tonight. She will be doing the interview on Fox News or Fox News channel. She's doing her first interview ever with Fox. And this is enemy territory. This is far right. You know what I'm saying? They gonna drill her ass. She can't answer questions. So how she gonna go on Fox and do anything? She can't even survive the friendly atmosphere platforms like The View and Stephen Colbert. She's bombing these interviews. You know what I'm saying? With word salad and just saying the same old shit. So now she's going to go to Fox and try to show strength. But if she goes on there and says the same old shit she's been saying, it's going to be a shit show that you've never seen before. The internet is going to tear her a new asshole. If she pulls that middle class shit again, oh my God, her policies are terrible. Now she's gonna be trying to spew this new black policy that she just put out, and hope that they don't punch holes in that and her opportunity economy bullshit policy that's already been debunked by me and many others. So it's going to be real interesting to see how far Fox really holds her accountable to the bullshit that she's going to spew. I'm excited about it because I feel like it's a mistake. They are thinking that this is going to be a desperate move, and she's got to do what she's got to do. But it's stupid to me. It's like, why would you be going on Fox to risk further getting exposed? You're going to gain nothing out of that. Like, you going on Fox does nothing for you. I just don't understand why you would go to enemy territory, because ain't nobody that watches Fox going to change their vote for you. So this is pointless. You have nothing to gain and everything to lose. So, yeah, this is going to be interesting. Like I said, way back, I said she's going to get blown out. When they announced her, I said, that's a damn shame. They setting her up for failure, right? But they really were trying to. I guess when they saw the numbers that they were even, they were like, oh, shit, she really has a chance. So let's go forward with this thing. And now they're realizing that, nah, she really didn't have a chance. It was just the honeymoon period. You know, she's going to get blown out worse than Hillary. This will be the worst slaughter since shit, I can't even remember who got slaughtered who's gonna get slaughtered worse than this. This shit gonna be over by 11 o'clock, 11:30 election night. Mark my words, unless they rig it, unless they do some crazy shit. You know they got some shit up their sleeves. But yeah, if this is just a straight up battle, she's gonna get smashed. And tomorrow or today, the Fox News interview might be the nail in her coffin. So until next time, I'll holler at y'all. Let me know y'all opinions down in the comments. I'll holler at y'all. 100.